Welcome back, everyone, to another explainer. Today, we've got a really focused, highly concentrated microexplainer lined up for you. We're going to be looking at this deeply powerful concept pulled straight from a document called The Architecture of Resilience. You know, sometimes the absolute most profound insights out there, they aren't hidden away in some massive volume of data. Nope. Sometimes they're packed right into a single highly distilled sentence. So instead of just skimming past it, we're making that exact text our one powerful focal point today. We are going to unpack its architecture, literally word by word, to figure out the true mechanics of how we actually respond to difficult moments. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. The text actually gives us our core definition right out of the gate, and it reads exactly like this. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and rise to the occasion when facing tough situations. Now, as we read through that together, I really want you to feel the weight, the gravity of those specific conditions. Adversity, tough situations. The source material here, it isn't talking about, minor daily inconveniences. It is explicitly grounding this concept of resilience in the context of genuine hardship. It establishes this really firm baseline, showing us that resilience is a very specific mechanism, and it's a mechanism that only truly activates when we are pushed right up against the wall by circumstances that are just fundamentally difficult.
And this brilliantly illustrates the duality of resilience. It's really a two-step process.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that when we really dissect the definition, we quickly see that true resilience isn't just some single passive reaction. It's actually this beautifully structured two-part harmony. So, taking a look at the left side, bouncing back from adversity. Right, that is step one. That's your necessary recovery phase. It represents that psychological elasticity you need to absorb a really heavy shock, survive it, and just get back to your baseline. But, and here's the kicker, the source explicitly does not stop there. It pivots. It demands a step two. Looking over at the right side, rising to the occasion. This is that absolutely crucial pivot from just passive recovery into active growth. Rising to the occasion means you aren't just merely surviving the tough situation. No way. You are actively elevating yourself to meet it head-on. You're matching the sheer scale of the challenge with an entirely newly discovered scale of capability.
So, taking this entire framework straight from the architecture of resilience, we are left with a really vital prompt, one we can all apply directly to our own lives. Think about it. In your recent tough situations, are you just bouncing back, or are you rising to the occasion? When adversity strikes, is your only goal just to, get back to normal? Or are you utilizing that exact same tough situation to actively elevate and step up into a much stronger version of yourself? Keep that active two-step framework in mind the very next time you face a challenge. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and as always, keep learning.